Hello everyone and welcome. Start moving towards where you wish to settle, make it by water. Start by placing down 2 large fireplaces, then 1 offering and 3 pelt huts. We are aiming for building everything within the same day as we landed. This video is beginners and fast, which also means that we only have 1 day per month. Normal has 2 days per month, while slow has 3. On day 1 we're only going to make 4 groups. The first one will be for mud. We're also going to add nuts to it to help out with the food while we are mass building. The second one will be sticks. Place it fairly high because we will need a lot of these. Third one will be stones. Leave the limits open. And the last one will be logs. These are all the materials we need to build everything that we have placed down so far. In the policies, place the work age and the work hours as high as you're allowed to go. And then crank up the speed. After they have slept, remember to remove the work hours and put them on default. Then we're going to create the rest of the groups. You can create how many as you like and organize them the way you like, but this is how I like to do it. One group will be with the crafting materials. I will add boats, plant fiber, flint cores and fine raw stones. Everything you add should always have limits, otherwise your gatherers will gather the same material forever and you will waste a lot of materials. My next group will contain all the crops that we need to get up our farmlands. I will add beets, peas, flax and wheat. In order to start making your farmlands, you always need to harvest from the wild first. The next group will contain only 1 task, and that will be the straw, because straw is going to be the main material we are building our huts with. Place the limit fairly high. Remember to adjust your groups as your tribe grows and your needs become higher. The last group I'm adding is a straggler group. This group will only be filled by people who have no other tasks to do. So you can use it to add any task that you like, but I like to add absolutely all the food. If it becomes too much food in the camp, you can always put it on limits. Place your lumberjacks on pause until you have at least 1 axe in your camp. You will need wooden spears for effective planting and tilling. The second crafter group is going to be fine sticks as their only task. You use fine sticks for so much that you can easily put it on 50 and still not waste. Place down 4 pits, 1 for each of your crops. Also place down a haystack and also a log store. Task your stone gatherers with creating graves for your elder population. If you do not build a grave for people when they die, the relatives of this deceased will become very upset and can actually leave the tribe. We must at all costs avoid any kind of combination of unrest, as that will cause people to leave. When your pits are ready, assign them to each and every crop, place it on a limit and also lock it down. This means that only farmers can take any seed from this storage. If your farmland is under tribe responsibility, then only those who are actually going to plant the farmland can take out any seeds. As soon as you have enough material in camp, start placing down better quality huts. In order to control unrest, you need to grant your people better quality housing. You need to make sure that they are well fed and that they are not working them too hard. Also place down a tanner, because both your threshers and your pelt huts will need leather to be maintained. This is a communal task and everybody in the tribe can do it. When you have access in camp, you can start activating your lumberjack. You can also reduce the amount of people in the group that gathers log and give them additional tasks. Year 1 is the end of the starter feast, and it is then time to start placing down your farms. You should place down farms as you get the seeds. You only need 1 seed to start and then it will multiply, and the next year you might even have a full farm. Add gates and fences to avoid any wild herbivores going into your farmlands. When working on the farmlands, your workers will increase their agricultural skill and become better and better as they increase their levels. The tribe in Neolithic start always have 10 knowledges. All these knowledges can be learned by everyone in your tribe, and you can get more skill levels by either accepting migrant with more skills or by your people discovering things on their own. Also place down a thresher for flax and a thresher for wheat. Also increase the stick amount in your stick group, because we will be needing it for fencing. We just had our first migrant with livestock. We got a pig. Pigs are omnivores and they will need to be fed all year round by tribe resources. Create a herder group. Go to main tribe page and double click the pig in order to be taken to it. Then find your herder group and assign the pig to this group. This group will now take care of everything that this pig needs. This includes slaughtering it when it's old and unproductive. Then we need to place down some feeding stations for this pig. You need a hay feeder and a normal feeder trough. Also remember to assign your threshers to flax and wheat. Also, we now have more crop seeds, so it is time to add some more farms. Getting down one farm of each type is always a good start. When that is done, it is time to make some fencing around your farmlands. Building fences will also grant skills, this time in woodworking. You can get skills by working with any object in the game that has any skills requirement, and you can learn either via accepting more migrants that has better skills or simply by tribe discoveries. Discoveries can be made by anyone in the tribe, but only those who have the highest skill levels can discover new things. Your tribe members can either learn via working with the knowledge or via sitting by the fireplace and discussing their experiences. We are picking the cheapest fence because that is cheap to build and also quick to build. So even though I have encircled the entire farmlands, my people will build it in a very short amount of time. If you are going to use stone fences or any more expensive fencing, you need to not place down everything in one go, otherwise there will be too many people torn away from the normal task for too long time. We also need to make fencing around the feeding areas, otherwise wild herbivores and omnivores will come and help themselves from the food that belongs to your livestock. Your livestock will be able to go through any gates because they are a part of the tribe, but they will not go trample on your crops. Remember to build better quality housing as soon as you have the materials in camp and of course the discoveries, and also remember to adjust all your groups to accommodate all the new things you are learning. Cows and goats have milk, while the pig will only be raised for meat. You can also build a dairy station and create cheese out of the milk you get from the female cows and goats. Your tribe has food preferences, so make sure that you always have something that they really enjoy, as that will increase their appeasement towards any unrest. Your cows and goats will be able to graze in the wild for most of the year, except when the temperature is too low for any grass to be growing. You will then need to feed the livestock from your own resources. If you go to the main tribe page, you will see a yellow icon with some grass on it. That means that there is no grazing and you will need to start stocking up your feeders. Remember to create tasks for your younger generation to learn skills. Placing down beautiful fencing around your camp or even creating some temples and menhirs are a good way to learn the stoneworking skills. In order to keep your camp tidy and organized, you can create storage areas to get rid of everything that is floating around in the camp. All food should by now be in storage facilities, but all your other materials can easily be kept in a storage area. When all the farmlands are cleared by tribe, it is time to assign it to farming groups. Assign one type of farm to each group and give them between 4 and 8 workers. On fast, you have very little time to complete the work that a farm needs, so make sure you have enough workers to complete the entire farm. Place down any storage facilities for any food that does not have it yet. You can mix between pits and baskets. Also create some overflow areas for your crops, because when your original storage areas that are locked down will be needing repair, the tribe will take out all the food and place it on the ground unless they have somewhere else to go. Remember to lock these storages down as well. Also get up your dryers, one for raw fish and one for raw meat, so you can dry all your food to last over winter. You can also start creating storehouses for the higher volumes of food that will be incoming with your farmlands. When your farmlands is producing enough food for the tribe, remember to put all wild produce on limits. You can also either trade or raid the tribes in your local area to get more resources. When you click either trade or raid, a window will open that you can configure. Remember that raiding will need weapons.